in uniform or otherwise. It's time for you to start expecting the unexpected and always look for that opportunity. 37 years ago, in the super factory on this, we were first piece, October, and we saw the 82nd and the Rangers jump into a small island in Grenada, and we thought, well, we missed it. How wrong we were. I went off to West Germany to a mechanized infantry unit, and I spent my time training my platoon, building fighting positions to square off against the Soviet horde that was going to come across the whole gap. Then the Soviet Union collapsed. I was a 5-year and out guy. I just wasn't that interested in the military career at that point in time. I can't help but think that many of you were watching our conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan wind down, and some of you may be thinking the same thing. 20 years of officers practicing their craft in our nation's longest war, and here you are, a year too late. But I'll tell you, you're wrong. Our nation is very much today in harm's way, and we have no idea where, or how, or when the next threat will emerge. But it will come. We know that the rapid pace of technological change in computing, artificial intelligence, neuroscience, genetics, and many others will impact the evolving character of the world in new and unforeseeable ways. That's why we need the brightest, most diverse, and most innovative leaders our force has ever had. That's why we need you. In the fast-paced, multi-domain battlefield on which we will compete, the instruments of national power, diplomacy, information, military power, and economics ensure a vast and complex array of decisions, even at the platoon leader level. That's why we need the most tactically competent and strategically aware leaders our force has ever had. That's why we need you. The consequences of those decisions will come in many forms. Human lives, both friend and enemy, will rest on your shoulders. Furthermore, the reputation of our army and our country will hang on your clear-eyed commitment to our values, even in the most ambiguous and unforgiving situations. That's why we need the most ethically attuned, character-driven leaders our force has ever had. That's why we need you. Most of all, I ask all of you to think about the soldiers you will lead, because they will need you. Yesterday, before arriving at West Point, I traveled to Hunter Army Airfield in Savannah, Georgia, which is home of our 1st Ranger Battalion and our 160th Night Stalkers, our 3rd Battalion there. And I had the opportunity to present Valor's Awards to some phenomenal aviators who risked their lives to save a young Ranger non-commissioned officer who would be desperately wounded in Afghanistan. The Ranger medics on the ground had implemented a new, untested protocol for on-site blood transfusion to keep him alive. They put 10 units of blood into him on the battlefield. That's his entire blood supply was replenished during the fight. That's the equivalent of all the blood in his body. And amid oppressive August heat, the pitch darkness, the acrid smoke, and the incessant gunfire, Rangers crawled one by one to the medics to give blood, and then without hesitation returned back into the fight. The Night Stalker helicopters placed themselves in between the Taliban forces and the enemy forces, the Ranger forces, using the body of the helicopter and the machine guns on the aircraft to allow Rangers to exfil the grievously wounded Ranger in Dayton. Stories like this make you wonder, where do we get these amazing young men and women? Even more incredible than their talent, dedication, and heroism is the fact that they look to to us. And I'm an old guy now. My time is past. They're going to look to you. They're going to look to you to lead them. And it's an awesome responsibility and an honor it is to serve in this army today, especially amongst our special operations forces. Today, nearly a year after the battle I spoke about, Staff Sergeant Ryan Davis, the wounded Ranger, and while today at triple amputee and he's still got a long way to go, he's alive. And he can remain a father to his son and a husband to his wife. Thanks to ingenuity, calm leadership, teamwork, and courage. The qualities we will ask all of you to embody and nurture across our force. That underlying intelligence, competence, and character that your alma mater has instilled in each of you, there must be more. Being able to reach out to your soldiers on a deep human level is what you must do, to inspire them with passion for personal growth, courage, and virtue, to steady them in dark moments and lift them up. That's what makes a good, small unit leader a great leader. I have good news for all of you. When I recounted your class's reputation for mischief, and we joked about it and you laughed about it, it was great. But I left out one important piece, because we surveyed in preparation for this, the junior class of West Point, and asked them their view of the class of 2021. When asked, they said you're hands-on, you're engaging, you're empathetic, and you're eager to teach and mentor. If that's true, then many of you have greatness within your reach. It will be here soon. Every generation of officer who enters a long gray line has approached graduation with a single question in mind. What will be my greatest challenge? I can't tell you what yours will be, but I know it's not room inspections or COVID or Fort Drake limits. The perspective and resilience that you can acquire right now will give you the confidence when those unknown moments arrive. Because if there is one thing that I have learned in this business, that it is not the will to win. Anybody can want to win, but instead it's the will to prepare to win. It is hard work, it's persistence, it's dedication. It is so key that you must be ready for whatever challenges you may face. Because in this business, winning matters and there is no second place. So as I wrap this up, you remember the first question I asked? When I saw almost every hand raised about remembering that awesome thing you had on our day, the spectacular combination of pride and being chosen for this great experience, excitement for a new challenge, all at becoming something so storied and unique. And don't forget that little bit of fear, that tingling in your gut, warning you that you were stepping into the unknown. You should be feeling that same thing right now. Look down at that ring. You know what it's telling all of you? It's 231 in 5 days. That's what it's telling you. Have you been robbed of your first year? No. You're here. You're learning, and you're leading by example amongst our Army future officers. You're here with friends by your side. You're not in the basement of your parents. You are here with the kind of friends that one day may run through hellfire to be by your side when you need them most. And lastly, you're here with 231 days of opportunity to study, to prepare, and to build relationships that will take our Army and our country into the future with strength, with virtue, and with meaning. Take that opportunity, embrace the unknown, the chaotic, and the unexpected, and thrive in it. Enjoy those extra drinks tonight, and on May 22nd, bring every ounce of intellect, innovative spirit, character, and care that you can muster into our great Army. We need it. Thanks for raising your hand when it mattered. Thank you for welcoming me back back to this great moment today. Godspeed, thanks for everything, and good luck.
On behalf of the class of 2021, I'd like to offer you this West Point sculpted emblem as a token of our appreciation for your words of wisdom and two Budweisers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and share your glass of charge for my toast.
What?
Is that a thing?
The only acceptable answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, I propose to toast the class of 2021.
2021!
Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude this evening's festivities, there are several people and organizations and class would like to thank for making this evening possible. We ask you please hold your applause until the end. Firstly, to the big donors, their families, the West Point Association graduates, we extend our sincere appreciation and gratitude. Thank you to our class advisor, Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Hartsock, and our class officer in charge, Captain James Beatty, for their hard work and dedication to the class of 2021. Thank you to the Director of Cadet Activities and the Cadet Hostess Office for putting countless hours to ensure that this weekend runs smoothly. Finally, a big thank you to many other organizations that have made this evening a success. Particularly, we would like to recognize the mess hall staff for their hard work in preparing and serving tonight's excellent meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our great weekend banquet. As an reminder, no alcohol is permitted to the mess hall. Please enjoy the rest of the evening.
I guess we're sitting and drinking.
Oh, we'll have some beer to finish. Dude, you like...
So glad